Psychologists have discovered something fascinating about people who genuinely love being home more than going out. They are constantly misunderstood, unfairly labeled as antisocial, depressed, or plain lazy. But here is what most people miss. If stepping through your front door and shutting out the world feels less like running away, and more like finally breathing freely again, there is actually a profound psychological explanation behind it. You are not dodging reality or hiding from existence. What you are doing is something experts call restorative niche construction, a powerful form of environmental self-care. While everyone around you insists you should be out there mingling and buzzing with crowds, your brain has developed a remarkably advanced regulatory system that understands precisely what it requires to operate at maximum capacity. You do not despise people or social connection. You simply honor your own energy far too much to squander it carelessly on meaningless interactions. If your home truly feels like your personal sanctuary, chances are you possess these 5 extraordinary personality characteristics that set you apart. First, you carry an extremely low tolerance for fake socializing and shallow interactions. If staying home brings you joy, you have definitely recognized a frustrating pattern whenever you venture outside. Most conversations are not genuine exchanges where people truly listen and connect. Instead, they are just performances where everyone waits impatiently for their moment to talk about themselves. Large gatherings drain your batteries rapidly, not because you fear social situations or suffer from shyness, but because these events overflow with meaningless chatter and superficial noise. You would genuinely prefer sitting in complete silence over participating in conversations where everyone wears fake smiles, desperately tries impressing strangers, or pretends to care about things that bore them. Your home represents the singular space where performance is unnecessary. No costume change is required, no forced smiling when sadness lives inside you, and absolutely no exhausting explanations owed to anyone. You treasure genuine authenticity so deeply that solitude feels infinitely preferable to being surrounded by people who are merely acting out roles. Second, you possess exceptional sensory intelligence that others simply do not have. For most individuals, a noisy restaurant packed with strangers or a chaotic street jammed with traffic represents just another typical Friday evening adventure. But for you, these situations feel like a full-blown attack on your delicate nervous system. Psychological research reveals that homebodies frequently display elevated levels of sensory processing sensitivity. You detect the noise pollution, absorb the frantic energy swirling around, and feel environmental demands far more intensely than the average person experiences them. When you choose staying home, you are not just sitting, idle doing nothing. You are actively controlling and designing your surroundings with intention. You carefully adjust the lighting, regulate the temperature precisely, and manage sound levels deliberately. This behavior is not rooted in fear or anxiety whatsoever. This is pure optimization of your mental resources. You have learned through experience that your brain functions like an incredibly sophisticated computer system. It performs brilliantly when it is not overheating from processing data streaming from thousands of random strangers simultaneously. Third, you view your personal space as a laboratory dedicated entirely to self-discovery and growth. Society wrongly assumes you are doing absolutely nothing valuable at home, but the reality is you are likely busier than anyone recognizes. You might be crafting intricate projects, tending a thriving garden, writing compelling stories, or building something meaningful with your hands. Scientific research on flow states confirms that profound creativity absolutely demands freedom from constant interruption. You adore being home because that specific environment contains all your essential tools. That is where you nurture your passions, develop your artistic expressions, or explore complex subjects without some stranger repeatedly asking what you do professionally every 5 minutes. You are not isolating yourself from opportunity. You are incubating brilliant ideas in a protected space. Fourth, you have cultivated an impressive, high peace threshold that most people never reach. You have likely arrived at a significant point in your journey, perhaps following a chaotic youth filled with drama, or after escaping a toxic workplace where you finally recognized that drama carries the steepest price tag imaginable, and you absolutely refuse paying that cost anymore. You have realized a fundamental truth that as humans mature, we naturally simplify our lives and curate our experiences more carefully. You probably experienced friendships where people only wanted dumping their trauma onto you constantly or belonged to social circles that survived exclusively on gossip and negativity. Choosing to stay home represents your method of establishing firm physical boundaries against unnecessary chaos invading your peace. You have discovered something beautiful, that a quiet evening spent with a beloved pet, an absorbing book, or a partner who truly understands you generates far more genuine happiness than any loud night out could possibly deliver. You are not experiencing loneliness or isolation, you are experiencing pure peace. And here is the interesting part. To minds addicted to chaos and constant stimulation, your peaceful existence looks exactly like crushing boredom. But to you, it looks precisely like the freedom you have always craved. Here is the ultimate truth nobody tells you. Loving your home is not any kind of character flaw or social weakness. It actually serves as concrete evidence of genuine self-sufficiency and inner strength. According to the fascinating Savannah theory of happiness, highly intelligent individuals actually report lower life satisfaction when they socialize too frequently. Why does this happen? Because their focus remains locked on achieving long-term objectives and pursuing meaningful inner growth rather than temporary social validation. Your remarkable ability to find complete happiness within your own four walls means you have successfully constructed a life you never feel desperate to escape from. You have not withdrawn or retreated from the world like a coward. You have simply built yourself a significantly better world inside these walls that truly honors who you are.